to your Personal Power Boost with Dr. Verna, a global force for transformation, unlocking human potential one leader at a time. Are you looking for a boost to help you reclaim your personal power? Then this is your weekly source, where we dive into conversations about navigating your professional and life journey. So, take a deep breath, open up your heart, and get ready to ignite your leadership and fuel your spirit. Let's go. Welcome back to Dr. Verna's Personal Power Boost, and I'm so glad you came back. For those of you who are brand new, I am Dr. Verna Cornelia Price. For those of you who are returning, you might notice that I have my hair up for the summer. I usually put up in braids for the summer. And so you're probably like, oh, there's a new hairstyle. Yep, it's a new hairstyle. And this week I am coming to you actually kind of with a heavy heart, really, a very heavy heart. There is a lot going on in our world. There's a lot happening. And I just want to use this time to remind us, to remind you, to remind me, to remind whoever is listening to this podcast, whether you are at work or at home, whether you are in government, whether you are wherever you are in the world. Just a reminder to us to make sure that we check ourselves and that we are doing what it is that we know is needed in our lives and in our world. And so this session is called Love Your Neighbors. And I'm going to go ahead and start with our regular affirmation, which is about power, because it has everything to do with your personal power. Loving your neighbors has everything to do with how you use your personal power. So let's go ahead and put your hand on your heart. For those of you who are brand new, welcome. I'm so glad that you joined me on this podcast. And please listen in and keep coming back. Subscribe, tell your neighbors and friends to do the same. For those of you who are my regulars, it's great to have you back. You know that these are quite the times that we are living in. And I just want to make sure that we have a conversation about that so that we don't act as though this is normal. It's not normal. And we want to make sure that we have a real clear, concise conversation about it. And at least I give you something to think about. Let's go ahead with our affirmation. My power is my ability to think a new positive thought, see a new positive vision, speak new positive words, write new positive goals, and do something new and positive with my life, and to do something new and positive with my family, with my community, with my workplace, with my world, by taking a new positive action step. And of course, I'm sitting down, so I can't stand up and take an action step. If you're driving, of course, you can't do that. But I just want you to visualize you taking an action step. What is your action step going to be? And I am going to ask you for an action step after this. This weekend, I live in Minnesota. This weekend, we experienced the unspeakable tragedy, hideous, criminal assassination of one of our lawmakers. And I'll call her name because she was an amazing person. Her name was Melissa Hortman. Melissa Hortman was a state representative in the House of Representatives here in Minnesota. And she was a great supporter of community-based organizations, nonprofit organizations, nonprofit leaders like myself. She was a supporter of mine. She was a supporter of our organization. She looked out for people who are doing the frontline work, like my husband and I are doing in our institute, the Power of People Leadership Institute, to do the right thing, to be there for our community, to be there for our neighbors. And she was that person. And that someone impersonating a police officer would come into her home and assassinate her and her husband, Mark, is unthinkable, is unspeakable, and it's wrong. There is something in life called right and wrong, and that is wrong. There is something in life called Just you cannot treat people like that and expect that you're going to be okay. You are not going to be okay. We are not going to be okay. We cannot treat our neighbors like that. Now, if you're a believer, the Bible tells us, God tells us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. It never said to agree with your neighbor on everything. None of us will agree on everything. None of us. You have an opinion, I have an opinion. We all have opinions. That is what makes the United States of America a democracy. We get to have a voice. We get to have an opinion. We get to say something. And the fact that you would be assassinated because of an opinion, because of a position, is just absolutely wrong. It's diabolical, it is evil, and it is wrong. And what I want you, if you are listening to the sound of my voice, what I want you to know is that it is our responsibility, good people, to do good in this world, to love our neighbors. And your neighbor may not look like you. You may not your neighbor may not sound like you. Your neighbor may not be from the same country as you. They may not have the same opinions. It doesn't matter. You know what? Your neighbor is a human being just like you. Your neighbor wants to be loved just like you. Your neighbor wants something in life just like you. Your neighbor wants their family to be happy and whole just like you. So we are called to love our neighbors. And I can tell you from a knowledge base, most of you know, if you're brand new, maybe you don't know, that many years ago I wrote a book. And my book, I'm going to show it to you because it's an important book, particularly for this time. And this book is called The Power of People, 4 Kinds of People Who Can Change Your Life. And most of you know, if you've been following me, that my life's mission and goal is to teach people about how powerful you are. And you have to be really careful how you use your power in this world, which is why I teach you about it, so you understand how incredibly powerful you are in this world. And in my book, I talk about 4 types of power. Adders, who are doing good, who are helping, who are bringing value to our world. Adders. Subtractors, who mostly don't know what they're doing because they've been so socialized to take everything and make everything about themselves. They don't even know what they're doing half the time. And most subtractors, most of them, when they're confronted, they'll rethink who they are and they'll decide to do better and to use their power to add instead of subtract. And then there are dividers. And dividers are dangerous people. It was a divider who pretended to be an officer and assassinate our good friend, a woman, a mother, a leader, a lawmaker, a woman of God. It was a divider who used his personal power to divide. And dividers are dangerous people. They are people who want to control and manipulate everything you say, everything you do, and they have made a decision, if they cannot control and manipulate you, that they are going to destroy you to the place where they will assassinate you. And let me tell you, I do believe that a spirit of dividing has been unleashed in our country. I have seen more people be disruptive and they treat people in just an uncivilized way. They treat other people like they're nobodies and nothing. That is the spirit of division. And that spirit is an evil spirit, and it will only destroy you. It will destroy your family. It will destroy our country. And I want you to know that we all have these powers. We can be an adder, a subtractor, a divider, and or a multiplier. Melissa Hortman was a multiplier. She was a woman who believed that together we could do better. Together we could do good. Together we could make our state, our country, our world a better place. A multiplier who takes a vision, a good vision, and works toward it so that we all win. That's what multipliers do. Now, I'm saying this to you, and you think, well, Dr. Verna, what is the point? The point is this, is that you have this power, and I want you to resist in the middle of our environment, which is an environment where voices are being snuffed out, an environment where people, because of the color of their skin or their language, they are being treated so poorly, or they are being harassed, or they are being killed. This is the environment that we are living in. And what I want you to do is I want you, under the sound of my voice, to use your personal power to do something, to speak up and say, a divider spirit is wrong. Resist the temptation to become a part of that divider spirit. Resist the temptation to want to control and manipulate and destroy yourself and or your neighbors and or your workplaces. Resist that temptation. I want you to decide. I want you. I really do. Because it's the only way we're going to overcome this thing. Is you decide to be an adder. Be an adder. Decide to do good. Help your neighbor. Don't despise your neighbor. Love your neighbor. Be helpful. They may be struggling. They may just need a kind word from you. I want you to use all of this power that God gave you, that's been put in your soul, in your spirit. And I want you to use that power to think something new that's good, that's helpful, that is going to move us forward, that's going to give you a voice to speak up in your communities and say, no, that behavior, the spirit of assassination is wrong. The spirit of destruction is wrong. It is wrong. Speak up. Say something about it. I want you to see a new vision for yourself and for your family, to do good, to love your neighbors, and to do the right thing. I want you to use your words to speak positive things. Stop cursing your neighbors. Stop cursing yourself. Stop despising your neighbors. It will not help us. The only way that we can help ourselves is that we have to change how we are talking about one another. And we have to love our neighbors through our words. And then I want you to start taking action, to be an adder. Resist the temptation of division. Resist it. And I want you to make a decision to do good. We must never forget. We must never forget this day. We must never forget our good woman, amazing leader, Melissa Hortman, and her husband, Mark. We must never forget the price that they paid. Just so, and they didn't want to pay that price, but they were sacrificed, I can tell you that. But our lesson here is to love our neighbors. And let me tell you, if you see something that's going on and you see that someone is not doing right and you hear vicious things, report them. Say something. Speak up so that they know that you will not be an accomplice to assassination. You will not be an accomplice to greed. You will not be an accomplice to dividing. You will not be an accomplice to destruction. Now, what does this have to do with your workplace? Everything. Stop destroying your colleagues. Stop talking about them. Stop cursing them. Stop sending blind copy emails where you will try to get them fired. Stop trying to hurt their name and their character. Stop. resist the temptation to give in to the spirit of dividing, and instead take hold of the power to add. And you become an amazing adder in your life. Do good. With your family, do good. In your workplace, do good. And together, we are gonna make our community better, our families better, our world better, because we remember that we are all human beings and we all deserve to be loved and to be treated well. My message to you today: do good. Love your neighbors. I will talk to you next week and we'll go from here. Please feel free, go on my socials, send me a note, send me an email, ask me a question. I'd love to engage with you. And please share this podcast. Thank you, and God bless you. If today's episode spoke to you, and you know it's time for a shift in how you lead, how your team connects, or how your culture performs, I want to personally invite you to take the next step. Book a free consultation at drvernaprice.com/workwithme and explore your next keynote, your leadership workshop, or executive coaching. It's time to get your power back, and it is time to get to your next level.